How is it going, my heroes, my villains, and everybody in between? Sean Ross here, and welcome back, guys, to another live reaction to My Hero Academia, Chapter 250. It's crazy to think that we are already 250 chapters in to My Hero Academia. It feels like yesterday I was reacting to Chapter 200, and it's crazy to think how much has happened in the past 50 chapters. A lot has gone down, so I am looking forward to seeing what these next 50 chapters have in store, leading up to the next milestone, which is Chapter 300. But for now, we are on manga chapter number 250, and the title of this week's chapter is Ending. In no way, shape, or form is this the ending of My Hero Academia. Not by a long shot. But still, I look at that title ending, and I'm curious on how that's going to factor into the events of this latest chapter. What is about to go down, and does it have anything to do with the Touya Todoroki reveal we got at the ending of last week's chapter? It might not. We'll just have to wait and see. But coming off of chapter 249, we got to witness the awkward Todoroki family dinner in all of its glory, where Bakugo and Deku got front row seats to all of that Todoroki family drama.
Well, this is awkward.
But with the ending of the chapter, we finally got a picture reveal of young Touya when we saw Endeavor bringing some food over to the shrine/altar dedicated to Touya within their home, which also explains why Fuyumi was praying a few chapters back. She was praying in front of this shrine. So we're either going to get some more Touya backstory or we are not, but either way, we will be continuing with the Endeavor work study for this chapter, and that has me excited either way. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's dive right into chapter 250 of MHA. My first impression of you was, let's see, you were like a solar flare, burning furiously. Honestly, to me it looked like you were shining. Who speaks about Endeavor? Chapter 250, ending.
Hello there.
So we're kicking this chapter off with somebody lurking in the shadows right outside of Endeavor's home right now. This man is taking revelry in the dark to a whole new level.
Revelry in the dark.
Do you remember, Endeavor? That day, I was sinking so deeply into despair that even the drifting autumn clouds looked unpleasant. All I saw was you who caught a thief named Takumi. And it appears like this guy is wearing prison clothes. You can see the black and white stripes and the pattern that he has on. Unless this is this man's costume. Ever since that day, you became my ray of hope. 7 years ago, I hesitated, and you captured me alive. Well, this man is really obsessed with Endeavor.
You have no idea.
The only equal right that all people enjoy is how they choose to close the curtain on their lives. When I finally got out of prison, what do you think the first thing I did was? Before I even ate, I went snooping into your background. Yo. This man did some digging as soon as he got out of prison. Didn't care about eating, finding a place to live. The first thing this man needed to do was to look into Endeavor's life. And now he has found Endeavor's home, and currently, as he's stalking the place, he can see Natsu out front, as we see him just staring at his phone. And this man is just lurking behind the corner of this wall, and I can just hear the heavy breathing coming from this man. This man almost has like a Stain vibe to him, but just more stalkerish. Yo, wait a minute.
Oh shit, here we go again.
This man is using Trigger.
But have a shot at real power. You don't understand anything, hero.
NANI?
This stalker man just enhanced his quirk, and he's most likely going to kidnap Natsu to get Endeavor's attention.
Correct!
Oh boy. But I can't believe we're seeing Trigger again. It's been such a long time, since the overhaul arc. Horikoshi, your timing is impeccable. We are about to see Trigger being used in the anime, and he brings it back with this chapter.
Coincidence? I think not!
I want to know what this man's quirk is, and how Trigger's going to enhance it. But I like this man's design, but Natsu, I'm sorry you're about to get kidnapped.
Let's change the subject.
And we cut away. No, I wanted more of that. Okay, so Natsu is most likely going to get kidnapped, but we're going back into the Todoroki household. Finally! And it looks like we're about to get more on Touya's backstory. Fuyumi and Shoto are talking with Deku and Bakugo about Touya. Your brother? We haven't talked about him yet. It's not exactly an easy topic to bring up. Natsu and Touya were really close. They used to play together all the time. It happened right after Mom was hospitalized. Her condition got even worse, and we couldn't even let her see Shoto. But even then, she overcame it, and we have a brief shot of Rei from within the hospital. And Shoto started visiting her. Our family was finally taking a turn for the better. Natsu was the only one who refused to let his guard down. He still thinks that Dad killed him. Okay, so it's confirming what we kind of believed. We knew because of the shrine that they believed Touya to be dead. But this expands upon why Natsu is just so upset and angry with Endeavor.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
So that's why he was making that face. So when Bakugo ran into Natsu in the last chapter, he saw the pained look on Natsu's face. So now he can equate that to the story that Fuyumi and Shoto are telling them. Sis, I'm gonna head out first. Thanks for the food. It's about time for me to take you back to school. And Endeavor shows up right on time to interrupt the Touya conversation.
No! God, please, no! No!
Just as we were about to learn some new information. Endeavor's like, nope, that's enough. I gotta take you kids back to UA. Horikoshi, you gotta stop doing this. You gotta stop teasing us with more Touya information, and then as soon as we're about to get some, you just rip it away from us.
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
At this rate, we're not gonna get the full backstory of Touya until like chapter 300. It's insane. God damn it. But we see the car roll up. Everyone is saying goodbye to Fuyumi. Deku is bowing to her, just saying, thank you for the meal. And then Bakugo says, teach me your Mapo tofu recipe. Yo, Bakugo, that is the nicest thing you have said to Fuyumi this entire night. That's basically his way of saying, that Mapo tofu was so good, you gotta give me the recipe so I can make it for myself. And knowing Bakugo and his culinary skills, he'll be able to do that.
Whoa, Bakugo, you're really good with that knife. It's weird.
What do you mean it's weird? How can you people be so damn bad at everything?
And then we see Shoto saying, just text it to me. I'll give him the recipe later. And Fuyumi's like, sure, no problem. Sorry I didn't get to talk to you about school. And then we see Endeavor about to get into the car and then says, Fuyumi, thanks.
Look.
And you see a small little smile appear on Fuyumi's face. And it looks like she's got some tears welling up in her eyes as well. Oh, that's nice, seeing Endeavor actually saying that to Fuyumi. Recognizing how hard she worked to keep this family together, but for her actually trying to put this dinner party on. And it didn't go anywhere near the way that she was hoping it would, but the fact that they even had this dinner, Endeavor is thanking her for that. That is awesome. But then we just have this small panel of Deku right here. Midoriya, thank you for being friends with Shoto. Yo, Fuyumi!
It's yours! Your quirk, not his!
My friend might be in danger.
We can protect him.
from one good moment to the next. Damn. She just walked up to Deku and thanked him just for being friends with her little brother. And you just see a smile appear on Deku's face. Of course, the pleasure is all mine. And then Bakugo, complete opposite, has a frown scowl because he's not being thanked for being Shoto's friend, which he should not be because he's been shouting the entire evening, "We're not even friends. Why am I here? Can I leave now?" And you can see even Shoto like scratching himself, like kind of embarrassed that Fuyumi's doing this, but like Shoto's kind of happy as well. It's like, thank you for recognizing I at least have a friend. So now we see everyone's in the car. We're driving back to UA. Endeavor in the front seat. I'll need you three to power up quickly. Next time, in addition to the weekend, if you're able to shift your schedules, I'd like you to work 2 weekdays as well. So this work study is actually going to be expanding and going on during the next semester at school. Okay, so it's not just the winter break. So they're going to be skipping class in order to attend Endeavor's work study. That's how it was for Uraraka and Kirishima last time, right?
Class is starting now. Sadly, I must mark Sue and Uraraka tardy.
Their absences are excused. Kirishima isn't here either, is he?
Oh, you didn't hear? Those three found places to do work studies.
We'll have to study hard for finals. Todoroki, will you teach me English? You're the #1, aren't ya? Get a bigger car, damn it. Why is Bakugo sticking his head out the window of the car like the Joker from The Dark Knight? I guess Bakugo is just so irritated from sharing a small space with Deku and Icy Hot, he needs air stat. And who is this chauffeur driver Endeavor has driving the car for them? This man looks like Mugen from Tokyo Ghoul. He's even rocking the same mustache. You've got your own chauffeur and you're still complaining? You ungrateful high schooler. Endeavor, since when did you start picking up a bunch of high school dropouts? And Deku's just thinking to himself, this driver's a bit aggressive. I mean, what else would you expect from the chauffeur of Endeavor? Ever since they went and put me in the top spot. I guess status really does change people, huh? Cuh? What's cuh supposed to mean?
And here we go.
Here we go. You can see a dark silhouette in front of the vehicle. This is the stalker from before. It is about to go down.
Behold.
This man's costume looks awesome. I love this guy's look. But he's got Natsu in whatever that is. Is that like bandages that like Aizawa uses? What is this man's quirk? Whoa, wait a minute. This man is peeling the lines and the paint from the road. So this guy has some type of manipulation quirk. But what exactly is it? And we know he used triggers, so this is an enhanced version of this man's quirk. But he's just ripping like the paint and the writings off of the road and he's using it. He's manipulating it. He's got Natsu wrapped up tight. But this man's look is amazing. I really like the design of this guy. This guy is like a fusion between Stain and Moonfish.
Fusion. Ha!
Behold.
I like this guy's design a lot. That's a nice house you've got for yourself. And this man is just screaming this as he's standing in the middle of the road, about to get run over by Endeavor's vehicle. But Endeavor notices him. Endeavor! Natsu. Hey, drop out. And the chauffeur just barely managed to drift and skid out of the way before he ran this guy over. Like, they got really close. But now the car is just drifting out of control, just swerving avoiding this villain. Get your head back inside. And the chauffeur is yelling at Bakugo to get back inside the vehicle. But we see one of the doors pop open. Oh, Endeavor. Can't you see cries for help? Wasting no time at all, jumps right into action. Like, he didn't even hesitate. As the car is skidding and has not stopped yet, he just pops that door open, jumps into action, hero costume and flames at the ready. But as Endeavor is out of the vehicle, we see some of that stuff that the villain was manipulating wrapping around the car. And Endeavor is just screaming, "Let him go. Remember me, Endeavor?" And he pushes Natsu in front of him, almost like as a shield.
Watch out!
This man is so obsessed with Endeavor right now. It's like, notice me, senpai. I want your attention. And what better way to get Endeavor's attention than to kidnap one of his children? So Endeavor pauses for a little bit. You're from 7 years ago. So he recognizes who this guy is. You were arrested for assault. You told me your villain name back then. It was, yes, correct, amazing. This guy is so happy with the fact that Endeavor even remembers who he is. I'm so happy you remembered. That's right, it's me. Ending.
He said it! He said it!
So that's where the title of this chapter comes into play. It's referencing this guy's name. But how does ending relate to this man's power and quirk? Because it looks like he's able to manipulate inanimate objects, but specifically the lines on the road. And you can see that he currently has some of it wrapped around his face, and he is wearing a prison outfit. So he did recently just get out of prison, and he's wearing that over his villain costume. But this man right now is triggered out of his mind. He's riding high on what he's able to do with his quirk because he normally, I guess, can't manipulate to this degree with his power alone.
Oh man, I'm on such a crazy freaking high right now.
And Endeavor is just bursting with his flames right over to where ending is. I'm sorry, Endeavor, but you have to understand. You had so many things that I could never get, no matter how hard I tried. And he's just continuing to wrap those road lines around Natsu. I wanted to be just like you, but I don't have a single thing to protect. And even more of the road lines are rising up. I'm gonna kill this guy. And he takes one of the arrows from the road and he's pointing it right at Natsu's face. Yo, this man looks deranged. Like that right there, I'm seeing more of Moonfish than Stain from him right there.
Don't tempt me. I have a job to do.
You could just see drool from his mouth. This man is enjoying this way too much, but I think that's just the fact that he's triggered out of his mind, riding high on the power he can use with his quirk. Jeez. And that kind of spooked Endeavor just a little bit. He's a little shocked. I'm gonna kill this guy, so please, Endeavor, don't make the same mistake twice. This time, make sure you kill me. And he's even doing the psychotic hug thyself, and then probably is just wiggling back and forth. This man is insane. Madness descends upon the one-way street. And that is the end of chapter 250. Man, this was a shorter chapter this week. But this has me very excited for next week's chapter because I just feel like this man ending is just going to get one-shotted. Endeavor is going to put him in his place. He's going to rescue Natsu, and that's going to be the end of ending, even though this man has an awesome design, and he's crazy as all hell. But I don't think, like, Endeavor rescuing Natsu from this situation is going to just magically make Natsu start liking Endeavor. it's going to make it even more complicated for Natsu, considering the feelings that he has. So I'm really interested to see, once Endeavor does save Natsu, how Natsu's going to react and behave once he gets rescued by Endeavor, because those mixed feelings are definitely going to be hard for him to just kind of like figure out how to feel in that situation. But this man ending is also very interesting to me as well, considering he has access to Trigger. Like, we know that was from the Overhaul arc. Overhaul was a distributor of Trigger and was developing the Quark erasing and then the Quark enabling bullets. So does this kind of mean that maybe ending falls in line with the Paranormal Liberation Front in some way? Like, could he possibly be a Dabi subordinate, considering like all of the higher echelon of the Paranormal Liberation Front have people working under them? And could Dabi have sent this man to just mess with Endeavor? I don't know, but the fact that he has Trigger, I find to be very, very interesting. I love the fact it's coming back, and I can't wait to see, and hopefully we get to explore like who right now is developing the Trigger drug, considering Overhaul is currently out of the picture. So with that, guys, that right there is my live reaction to chapter 250 of My Hero Academia. But now I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on the events of this chapter. What were your guys' thoughts on that one little piece of information that we got on Touya backstory, how Natsu kind of blames Endeavor for the death of Touya? But then with our new stalker villain being introduced, what is this man's deal? What is his quirk? How come he has access to Trigger? Could he possibly be related to the Paranormal Liberation Front? And could he also relate to the death of Touya, considering he was arrested 7 years ago? And will Endeavor one-shot him by next chapter? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below, and feel free to subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon. That way you guys can be alerted for every new MHA reaction. But if you guys want to talk about other things or just get alert of the channel outside of YouTube, feel free to also follow me over on Twitter. A link to my Twitter account can also be found in the description down below. But that's going to do it from here, guys. So until next week, we have chapter 251 of My Hero Academia. I'll talk to you guys next time, but remember, go beyond plus ultra.